Top focus continues to remain on the car explosion that happened near Red Fort yesterday in the national capital, killing 8 people and several others have been injured. And now we're getting some more inputs on this. First images of I-20 blast car on India Today. Clear link to Faridabad terror module. Dr. Mohammad Umar of terror module spotted in I-20 car. The driver in the front is wearing a black mask. We're showing you the visuals on your screens right now. The masked doctor in the front of the car is Mohammad Umar. Now, Mohammad Umar is an absconding terrorist from the Faridabad module. Remember, 2 doctors were already arrested from Faridabad, and now this was the 3rd doctor who was absconding, and now he is seen in the front seat of the car that was used in this explosion near Red Fort. CCTV footage taken shortly before the blast. So this footage has been taken before the blast, and this I-20 car is driving through the busy traffic. As you can see in these visuals, the driver in the front is wearing a black mask. Now, as per Intel sources, the Hyundai I-20 that exploded was originally owned by Mohammed Salman but was sold to Nadeem, who then sold it to a used car dealer, Royal Car Zone, in Faridabad, and it was later bought by Tariq and then by Umar. Mohammad Umar, who is being seen in the front seat of the car. We're showing you the visuals. Remember, he was the 3rd doctor who was absconding. 2 doctors were already arrested. Dr. Adil Ahmed and Dr. Muzammil were arrested in connection with a terror module operating from Faridabad, and this was the 3rd doctor, Dr. Mohammad Umar, who was absconding and is now being seen in the CCTV footage driving the I-20 car in the front seat. And we're showing you the visuals on India Today. And after arrest of Dr. Muzammil, from whom 2,900 kg of IED making material was seized. Tariq, on whose name the car was picked up last evening after the blast. All of this appears to be linked. So it seems like there's a clear link between the Faridabad terror module and this Delhi blast that happened yesterday near the Red Fort area, and in which 8 people have been killed and several others remain injured. And my colleague Milan Sharma is now joining us with more details on this. She's joining us from the LNJP hospital where the injured are undergoing treatment. Milan, big development coming in as far as the Red Fort car blast is concerned. We're learning that the CCTV footage shows Dr. Mohammad Umar, the absconding 3rd doctor of the terror module. He has been spotted in the I-20 car.
Well, absolutely. With the investigations that are currently going on since last night and ever since the blast has occurred, there are many angles from which different agencies are carrying out their investigations. And certainly this big revelations also put forward the terror angle that we have been talking about on India Today. And certainly with this man who has also been, seen in this I-20 car, what was the kind of modus operandi is still being worked out, because as we know from the initial information and with the confirmation that an FIR has been filed with the UAPA sections of Terrorism Act as well, there are more questions that need to be answered at the moment, of course, from the investigation angles, and big revelations are been coming forward ever since last night. Of course, the NIA and the police investigation continues simultaneously, along with NSG that has also been trying to figure out what was the how the blast happened and what was actually being done, what was the elements that were used, and why this blast happened at that signal point where the entire area has been cordoned off. But meanwhile that happens, families are also asking these very questions, of course, and the government is at the moment, agencies are working round the clock to piece together this information that is very critical for those who have lost their lives. Remember that 8 people have died in this horrific blast. One person, we've been told by sources at LNJP, only a part of the hand and a leg has been found and has not been identified. So the official death toll is at 8. The parts of the body have not been identified, of which 4 families we have met this morning outside the mortuary who were devastated and distraught and asking for questions. How could something like this happen within the national capital region on a very busy day in a very busy stretch of area. And certainly they have lost their loved ones. Some people were actually the breadwinners of the family. Many families, in fact, unfortunately, I have to say, their immediate family members, like their wives and children, have also not been informed. Many of them are being taken outside of Delhi. A person is from Amroha. I met a family whose person, the one who has died, died with his friend. So there were two people from the same village who were there at the same point in time. Ashok Kumar was a bus conductor and he was there with his friend Lokesh, who died together in this horrific blast, and their families are now taking them back to Amroha. Mr. Dinesh Mishra, who used to work in Chavdi Bazaar, in the visiting card facilities, and he was also received by his family here. So very painful stories of these people, the citizens of India, citizens of Delhi, who have lost their lives, and no amount of investigation could perhaps lessen their grief, but certainly answers will be given, and that is what the agencies are doing around the clock there. Back to you.
Absolutely, Milind. Also, tell us how many people still remain severely injured, and is the death toll expected to go up and is expected to rise?
Well, as per official figures, we know that 8 people have lost their lives. 4 of them have been identified and have been taken away from the mortuary to their hometown and villages for their last rites. 20 still remain injured, and some of these injuries are quite critical because 3-4 of them, we were informed, were severely burnt as well, with the 50% burns on their bodies. One of them have of the injured, 2 have been identified as women as well, and all the dead who have been identified at this moment, they were all male. Apart from the fact that horrific information that I have to unfortunately share with you, one hand and a part of the leg has been found by the police authorities and the investigators. That who it belongs to has not been identified yet. It's very difficult. So those forensic tests are going on. DNA testing is happening at the moment. It will still take some time to ascertain the many who have still not been identified out of the 8. So 6 remain, 5 to 6 remain unidentified. And the 20 who have been injured have not been released from the hospital yet because their injuries are not minor injuries. Many of them have been injured below the waist. Some of them burnt, and some of them have been reported to have
All
minute
right, Milind,
injuries
do stay with us.